from here in the West Cajon Valley. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Mario, thank you very much. Meanwhile, straight ahead, 18 minutes before the top of the hour, just call her President Clinton.
I often feel like there's the Hillary standard, and then there's a standard for everybody else. And for whatever reasons, and I don't want to try to analyze the reasons. I see it, I understand it.
The Hillary standard, the Hillary precedent. Well, now accused criminals are asking to be held to the Hillary standard as well. We're going to tell you about that. Then Ellen DeGeneres facing a fire.
Social media, the network called them, quote, offensive. I often feel like there's the Hillary standard, and then there's a standard for everybody else. And for whatever reasons, and I don't want to try to analyze the reasons. I see it, I understand it.
There you have Hillary Clinton claiming a so-called Hillary standard exists to describe her opponent's attacks on her. But now Julian Assange from WikiLeaks is using her words against him. The WikiLeaks founder is asking the Department of Justice to drop its 6-year-long investigation into his site. His argument, if Hillary Clinton gets a pass, shouldn't WikiLeaks? Let's talk to former Department of Justice official J. Christian Adams. He makes a good point. You know, the FBI guy, Comey, said she broke the law, but she didn't intend to. Shouldn't that work for WikiLeaks?
Well, you know, lawlessness seems to encourage more lawlessness, and Hillary will occasionally tell the truth like a stuck clock twice a day. And there is a different Hillary standard. That's why she wasn't prosecuted. Look, Steve, here's the problem. When you have Hillary getting off like she did because of who she is, of course you're going to have defendants raise this as a defense.
Right.
It might not be a legal defense, but it might persuade a judge that he should extend some sympathy to the defendants.
Sure, and of course, famously, many times General Petraeus' name was used. You know, he got in big trouble, she skated, and now there's a defense attorney who represents a guy who was in the Navy, and he stands to be in jail for 6 years because he took 6 snapshots he didn't share with anybody, just showing the sub he worked on. His attorney wants probation, and it sounds like the Navy's going to go for jail time.
Yeah, he worked on a submarine, top secret equipment, and he's going to use this as a defense also. The problem is with this administration, we've seen it from the beginning, that they use the law to help their friends and hurt their enemies. When you look at the election, Steve, Democrats don't get prosecuted for election crimes. The Justice Department won't bring charges against many, many people who are caught committing voter fraud. But when it comes to Dinesh D'Souza, a conservative who gave money the wrong way, he gets prosecuted. That's what a lawless regime looks like. That's the age of Obama, and that's why we see more of this happening.
This is a Fox News alert, J. Christian Adams. Are you saying there's a double standard out there?
Well, Hillary calls it the Hillary standard, but she means something else. Yes, there's a double standard. This administration treats their friends differently than their enemies. They've been doing it from the very beginning in case after case after case, and that's a corrupt regime.
Laws are for the little people, to kind of paraphrase Leona Helmsley?
Yeah, or the little people who support them, they don't prosecute them.
There you go. J. Christian Adams, former Department of Justice official. Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks, Steve.
All right. Meanwhile, are you ready to do some back-to-school shopping? How